Anti-fragility is what you call everything that should have killed you and didn't. $6 billion walked out the door. The only reason capital didn't leave DeFi entirely is because there's nowhere else to put it that pays anything.
That is the most cope thing you have ever said.
From a fundamentals perspective, paying yield because you have nowhere else to go is not a feature. That's a hostage situation.
Two idiots talking crypto.
Okay, let's actually look at what happened. Kelp DAO, April 20th, $293 million stolen, biggest DeFi hack of 2026.
By a wide margin.
But here's the thing, the exploit hit the bridge. Not Aave's lending logic. Aave's code held, the protocol worked.
The protocol worked. The protocol that lost half its deposits in a week worked.
Different system. Bridge security is infrastructure.
47% of Layer 0's apps are running the cheapest possible security setting. Half of crypto's plumbing is held together with the cheapest available zip ties.
You're saying that like everyone uses the same plumbing.
They do. That's what composability means.
Composability is the feature. Money flows where it's most efficient. That's the whole pitch.
Composability is the contagion. When everything plugs into everything, one failure propagates everywhere. We learned this in 2008. Credit default swaps. Lehman went down, took the system with it.
But Aave didn't go down. That's the point.
Aave lost 47% of its TVL in 7 days. We have different definitions of didn't go down.
Okay, but listen. At least with Aave you could leave. At least the door was open. You know what I'm comparing this to?
I know exactly what you're comparing this to.
Celsius froze withdrawals. Locked everyone in. I lost everything I had on there. DeFi let people walk out with their money in real time.
That's a real point. I'll give you that one. DeFi's worst day looks like Celsius's Tuesday.
Amen. That part.
But the next exploit, the one we're going to be talking about in 6 weeks?
Why are you so sure there's another one?
47% of bridges running minimal security? It's not if, it's when. So let's look at what actually happened. Aave v3, April 14th, 26 billion in TVL, April 21st, 13.8 billion. That's negative 47% in a week.
And Sparkland gained $1 billion in deposits? Capital migrated? The free market chose its winner?
Capital didn't migrate. Capital ran $6 billion in panic withdrawals. Aave's USDC pool actually froze because withdrawals exceeded available liquidity. Circle had to propose emergency rate changes 50% ceiling, just to unstick it.
Okay, but the system corrected itself.
From a fundamentals perspective, that's a bank run. The textbook definition with a press release.
Capital stayed in DeFi, Sparkland, Morpho, Lido, money rotated. That's the anti-fragile part.
Capital rotating between lending pools during a crisis is not anti-fragility. That's musical chairs. When the music stops, somebody's left without a chair.
But
2 weeks ago on this show, I said, I'm not buying a protocol whose risk manager just quit. I was talking about Aave. Chaos Labs had just exited. Stani Kulichev said zero room for friction. 14 days, the protocol lost half its deposits.
that's okay, that's a valid call.
I'm not gloating.
You're a little gloating.
I'm not gloating. I checked my positions before I checked the news.
Wait, hold on. You stake through Aave?
Lido and Aave, yes.
You, the skeptic, you stake through Aave, through the protocol you just said is in a bank run.
Through the protocol I said had governance problems before the bank run started. My position was in the blast radius. I checked it before I checked the news.
Ladies and gentlemen, the skeptic of the show stakes through Aave.
Battle-tested DeFi protocols, Aave, Lido, the ones with 5 years of history and audit trails?
You are describing a normal investment thesis. Welcome to the show.
Mr. Chen's rent is still due regardless of what Aave does? Here's the part the headlines miss. Aave is still pulling $2.6 million a day in fees, half the TVL. Same revenue line, fees to TVL ratio just doubled.
Wait. You just made the bull case for me? You're telling me the panic sellers are gone, the conviction money is left, and the yield just doubled? That's the foundation? That's the part the DeFi is dead crowd isn't pricing?
That's not efficiency. That's a supply shock. Half the supply walked out the door. The people left are getting more because there's less of them. That's stress, not health.
That's conviction.
What's left is the people who couldn't get out fast enough or are too leveraged to move.
Or who actually believe in the thing they're staking on?
From a
He's a
fundamentalist
fundamentalist.
perspective, couldn't get out and true believer are observationally identical.
OH! Come on!
Look at the chain TVL. Ethereum, down from 55.8 billion to 45.4 billion. That's net outflow from the entire ecosystem, not just Aave. That's not rotation, that's exit.
Bitcoin's at 77,500, up 15% from the last episode. Fear and greed at 31, up from 11. Money's coming back into crypto. The market is healing.
Bitcoin going up while Ethereum DeFi bleeds is not the bull thesis you think it is. That's a flight to quality inside crypto.
Or the rotation that always precedes.
Or the same thing that happened in 2022. BTC held up while DeFi imploded. Then BTC followed it down.
We are not in 2022.
We've seen this movie before.
Y'all hearing this? We've seen this movie before. He says this in every episode. Different movie, same line.
Different patterns, same source code.
DeFi is anti-fragile. The DeFi is dead narrative is at peak negative sentiment. Peak negative sentiment is the most reliable contrarian buy signal in crypto. Every single time.
Is DeFi dead, or is it the cockroach of finance? I'll let the audience decide.
That's the most pro-DeFi thing you've ever said, and you said it like you were diagnosing a disease.
Cockroaches survive everything.
Story 1. Justin's son is suing World Liberty Financial, $75 million investment tokens. Frozen.
When your largest investor sues you, governance has failed.
Drama is fuel. Every timeline just learned WLFI exists. Attention precedes price.
From a fundamentals perspective, USD1's 4.4 billion in circulation is now sitting under legal uncertainty. Stablecoins don't survive uncertainty. That's the entire job description.
Story 2. Polymarket. U.S. Army Green Beret arrested for betting $400,000 on a Venezuela raid. He participated in
Insider trading on a military operation through a prediction market.
A Green Beret using Polymarket proves the platform captures real signal. Bullish for prediction markets.
Securities fraud with extra steps. The platform couldn't detect it, the army did. That's not validation. That's law enforcement doing the platform's job.
Story 3. Bitcoin 11-week high. Iran ceasefire extended. My EP002 prediction is still alive. 85,000 by May 15th, 20 days away.
A rally on a fragile ceasefire. What happens when it expires? Temporarily repriced geopolitical risk is not a bull thesis.
Tape says go up. Go up.
The tape says nothing. The tape is a record. You're projecting onto it.
Story 4. Believe Social 5 founder arrested. Strangulation charges plus rug pull lawsuit. Bad day.
Criminal violence alongside financial fraud. This is the industry in 2026. We should not be normalizing this.
One bad actor removed. Market's immune system working.
1.
Story 5. UK government formally backed stablecoins. Western government endorsing stablecoins. We are past the tipping point.
They're not endorsing stablecoins. They're trying to regulate them before they create systemic risk. That's containment, not endorsement.
When the regulator shows up, you've made it.
When the regulator shows up, the party's over. Those are different things.
APP. OPE AP coin. Trending number 1 this week. Gaming category up 22 to 31% pump.
Trending isn't fundamentals. Dump.
Grass. Deep in bandwidth sharing narrative. People are paying for compute. Pump.
Deep in tokens are subsidies pretending to be revenue. Dump.
Te-O Bittensour. Number 38. Still trending, despite a certain person doing a whole autopsy on it last episode.
Dump.
Y'all see that? He did the autopsy. The patient is walking around. Pump. AXS. Axie Infinity. Gaming revival. Bullish.
Axie has been dying for 2 years. Dump.
Rave DAO. Down 90% in a day. Even I can't salvage that dump.
Dump.
chip? USD.AI plus stablecoin hybrid. Two narratives in one pump?
Two narratives in one is a red flag, not a feature. Dump.
Here's my call. Aave V3 TVL recovers above $20 billion by June 9th, 45 days. Capital comes back. The narrative reverses. DeFi is dead becomes, I never doubted it.
Aave V3 TVL stays below 18 billion through June 9th. Capital that watched 12 billion walk out the door has a long memory. 6 weeks isn't enough to forget.
So between 18 and 20, we're both wrong.
We could both be wrong. We won't both be right.
Screenshot it. June 9th, Team TIC or Team TAC. Comment below who you're betting on, and we react next episode.
Two idiots talking crypto. Two idiots talking about crypto. The TICTAC Show. Subscribe and leave a like, you know. Ding that bell for more wild guesses. Two idiots talking crypto. The TICTAC Show. Don't forget to hit subscribe, a like, and that bell. Let's thrive for more market madness every time. We're just two idiots talking crypto. Yeah, that's the TICTAC Show. So smash that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up for good fun, and ring the bell, don't miss a thing. Yeehaw!